you have had a rough start in the first quarter. I'm just curious to know how do you look to continue to build on that, to build on it going forward?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I don't know why we've struggled in the first quarter. We struggled in the first quarter tonight. And to be honest, we probably struggled the whole night up until about the last 5 minutes of the game. We looked rusty. We didn't play our brand of basketball. It was extremely disappointing. We haven't had many of these, but we had one tonight, and I think you got to give Atlanta credit after a back-to-back and the way they came out and competed. Just a credit to them.
Obvious frustration, they had to go on Dewana and then PT. Just curious for you as the head coach, when tensions are high like that in the heat of the moment, how do you sort of fan the flame and try to sort of let cooler heads prevail and let everybody get back on the same page emotionally?
I think it's a competitive sport. I don't mind technicals, to be quite honest. I think it shows that we care. And sometimes, it helps your team. I think, we're searching all night and the text didn't help us. We didn't get stops that we needed. It was a tough 40 minutes. It's tough to coach, tough to play, probably tough to watch.
Or the game that sometimes, or that you expected Brittany to come and bring a really quality game, which she did.
Yeah.
But sometimes the juice from these games these reunion games or whatever can go the other way. Do you think in some ways that maybe it energized them in a back-to-back situation?
Yeah, you never know in these situations. I think that was an emotional, awesome tribute to one of the greatest players ever. And you never know. That's why you tip it up. That's why you play the game. They came out ready, and we didn't.
I think has to do with just, other than Monique, you guys have played depleted a lot this year, and just how much of it was just kind of getting the core back and them still kind of adjusting to playing with each other?
Yeah, really good question. I'd like to say it was that. It felt that way. But we've had people in and out of the lineup all year. We probably had more people in the lineup that had been out an extended period of time. Obviously, and I know you guys have watched us, but that wasn't us tonight. That's not how we've played up until this point. So that's probably the most disappointing thing. But we were completely out of rhythm. I thought in the first half we competed defensively, but offensively we really struggled.
And then I noticed that AT was just kind of getting on other players. Just can you kind of speak on what player leadership does for a team?
Yeah, I think you want players to care. I think you want players to lead. AT wants us to succeed just like everyone else. She's just willing to step up and talk and challenge our group. And we didn't have it tonight.
Alicia's having a career year for Atlanta.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Alicia's having a career year for Atlanta. Just what makes her such a tough guard, I guess, tonight in particular?
Well, I think the way that she shoots it, you have to get to her. She's averaging 6 or 7 threes a game. That was one of the things that we wanted to take away. Anytime you lose her, she's going to knock it down. And we were poor. We gave up 3 or 4 backdoors to her tonight. I don't know if we've given up 3 or 4 backdoors all year. Just a lack of focus and execution. But give her credit. She's continued to just keep getting better. She's having a hell of a year for them, especially with Howard out. She carried it for them tonight.
Coach, that 2 big lineup that they had with Jones and BG, did that basically cause too much trouble closeouts on the threes early in the game?
Yeah, obviously BG got going a little bit early. I just thought overall I thought our post defense was actually okay. I thought we were poor in our pick and roll. There was probably more rejects in the pick and roll breakdown, straight line drives, and then the back doors. We probably gave up, 15 to 25 points just off poor non-post defense that we haven't done. And that was what was disappointing. We talked about it before the game, the double post, it presented a different challenge. But yeah, I think it was more some other things that really broke down for us.
To the offensive struggles tonight for your team?
I'm not sure. It was, great question. It felt like it, being out there, standing there, I don't know if it was not having Mo out there to get us into our stuff. I thought the second half we did a little bit better job of executing our stuff, but there was a lot of standing around and holding it, and we haven't really done much of that. So that was disappointing. We'll take a look at it and we'll be better.
To continue to take accountability, especially with the long 5-game road trip in the East Coast coming up, and how do you continue to like stay patient and consistent as well?
Yeah, I think this group has done a good job of being consistent all year. Tonight wasn't our night. We weren't very good. This is going to be a challenging road trip, and we've talked about this group needing some adversity and challenges. Obviously, before you go out on a road trip like that, you would love to get a win at home, but that's not how it worked. And so we have to respond, and we have to be better on the road.
At the offense in the second half, say you wanted more movement. I felt like there was more intention there. How did you feel the execution? Not even just like made and missed shots, but just to what you wanted to get to.
Yeah, I think, what we talked about, we were rusty and a little stagnant to start. The second half, we had a little bit more focus on our just execution. We want to allow them to play with some freedom, but we didn't do a great job with our spacing or moving it in the first half, and there was a lot of holding. And to be quite honest, at halftime, to be only down 5 for as poor as we were, I felt pretty good about it. We haven't had a full game where we've struggled the way we did tonight. But I think some of it was us, and like I keep saying, you got to give Atlanta credit. Good.
Why Donna Williams wasn't part of the rotation stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get a lot of those questions as we move forward, that we're going to have 8 to 10 player rotations. I think I just went in a different direction tonight.
Question that Jesse had earlier, when the lineup changes as much as it does, whether it's injuries or just a schematic thing, does it get a little bit frustrating for you in terms of figuring out who's going to close the game, or if you guys are down, like who's going to be the lineup to sort of initiate a run? Does it get a little bit frustrating for you trying to figure out who's going to play?
I mean, I think that's just part of coaching. Unfortunately, it'd be great if when I did the minute sheet, I knew each and every night that certain players were going to be available. That has not been the case. But I mean, you want to get you want to get everyone healthy so you can see what you have. And, we got closer to getting the bodies out there tonight. I don't think we, particularly played well. But these are the things that you got to go through.
Satu in particular and their returns.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job. They looked rusty, and they should be. They haven't played in a while. Lex's minutes were pretty low, which we anticipated. She even called for a sub at one point. And I know Satu and Kai are going to be better moving forward. All right, thank you.